Hello, everyone. This is ALBERTA, the BitcoinMeister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to the One Bitcoin Show. Today is June the 12th, 2018. Deferral of gratification. Strong hand, long-term thinking. Hey, what was O.J. Simpson doing on this date in 1994? Anyway, so I was just in Boca Raton. We had a great event. It's actually linked to below on Steemit. I'm going to upload it here tomorrow. So some of you already heard me speak for like 90 minutes tonight. What a blast. I mean, these people are in motion here in Boca down there. I'm not in Boca right now. Some great questions afterwards. An Ethereum Classic question. We're actually going to talk about that tonight. So I do want to thank David, Alina, Jason, Mark, Damien, Richard. You all played a role in making tonight possible, and everyone enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. It was great to meet everyone. We've got some tweets out there on Twitter. Follow me at TechBalt. You can see some of the pictures people took. I linked to them below. Always check out the link section below. Get your Trezor, Ledger Nano, CryptoHWWallet.com. T-shirts like this. Also linked to is the World Crypto Network podcast that Corey works really hard on. I'm on there. Thomas is on there. Andy's on there. Vortex. Hey, I'm going to be in Calgary. Let's talk about Calgary. That's the next event. Calgary, Alberta, Canada. The 9th and 10th of July. BitcoinRodeo.com. BTC Benny will be there. Vortex will be there. I'll be there. Francis Pulio will be there. Other great Canadians will be there. But yeah, be in motion, you Canadians. These Floridians are really in motion tonight. And some guys were talking Steemit with me afterwards, speaking about Steemit. They were interested. They wanted to, monetize their content. So Alistair Milne has a tweet out there. Talking heads find it easy to trash talk Bitcoin while it is in a bear market. These hindsight heroes will sit in disbelief and denial during the next bull run, just as they missed the prior bull runs. Basically, I just read that out because I like that term, hindsight heroes. Pound that like button. Yes, there are a lot of hindsight heroes, but history is repeating itself. We went through this in 2014, 15. Everyone's saying, oh, crypto is dead. Bitcoin is dead. Oh, were they? It'll never get back up to 1100. Oh, yes. I remember. Most of you don't remember. You weren't around back in 2014 and 15. Have a strong hand because you know that Adam knows. He's already seen this before. All right. Matt Odell has a great tweet about Coinbase adding Ethereum Classic. New users signing into Coinbase will be greeted by 2 Bitcoins, 2 Ethereums, and Litecoin. I'm sure they won't get confused at all. All right. No, they are going to get confused. But again, this is about personal responsibility. This is what I warn people about who want diversification for the sake of diversification. Learn how to send your first Bitcoin and know what a Bitcoin is, then buy a little bit of Bitcoin at Coinbase. If you don't know how to send the Bitcoin, don't try to buy the other things because you're just going to mess up somehow. Yeah, I want that Ethereum. And then you end up buying Ethereum Classic, sending it to an Ethereum address and messing things completely up. Take your time, people. I talked about that tonight. Now, something else that Matt brought up, which is a really great point. He and others have said that a part of the reason Litecoin has pumped, it pumped earlier, I guess the end of last year, was because of all the newbies coming to Coinbase who don't under unit bias, okay? They thought that Bitcoin was $15,000. I want a cheap version of Bitcoin. Well, this Ethereum's pretty expensive too. I want the cheapest thing they got. And Litecoin was the cheapest thing. So all these people piled on the Litecoin thinking, well, this is the cheapest thing out there, not knowing they could buy, 0.1, 0.01 of a Bitcoin. It's unfortunate because, again, they rushed in. They'd probably never sent a Bitcoin before in their life. They didn't practice. They didn't try to learn. Again, it's personal responsibility. It's not Coinbase's fault. Coinbase is going to do what they're going to do. They're a private company. I mean, if you're getting into cryptocurrency, learn Bitcoin first, for God's sakes. And but going back to, so Litecoin, a lot of people bought Litecoin because it was the cheapest thing on Coinbase. Well, now Litecoin isn't going to be the cheapest thing on Coinbase anymore, is it? Once Ethereum Classic is on there, the default for all the people, and there are going to be a lot of them still, and there will be a lot of people coming back to crypto, a lot of newbies eventually. I don't know when it will happen, but it will happen. And they will, in America, they will come to Coinbase because that's the easiest place. And they will say, I want the cheapest thing possible. I'm not paying so much for these other ones. The cheapest thing will be Ethereum Classic. And then all those people that were just buying Litecoin because it was the cheapest thing, that's not going to happen anymore. So will Litecoin recover as fast as Bitcoin and Ethereum will recover? I do not know. But Ethereum Classic could hurt Litecoin, depending on how big of a role Coinbase plays. And that I do not know. I don't know how big of a role Coinbase really plays in the altcoin market. I think I remember that perhaps 10% of all Litecoin was bought at Coinbase at one point. I might be mistaken. I don't know. But I think you get my point. Litecoin won't be El Cheapo on Coinbase anymore. And so that's bullish for Ethereum Classic, though. Because the people, again, I'm not saying that's why you should buy Ethereum Classic, but a lot of newbies are going to, that's why they're going to buy it. They're going to pump the price. And I said tonight when I was asked, someone asked me randomly about Ethereum Classic. And again, I don't tell people to buy these things for with fiat. But I did say this. If you already own Ethereum Classic, don't sell it now. I mean, there's a big upside with all the Ethereum issues and everything that Money Triggs brought up on This Week in Bitcoin a few months ago. Everything, that's a must-watch show. Everyone that was on the show was shocked at some of the things, the connections between Rocket Man Wu, Barry Silbert. He mentioned, and Money Triggs even, I think, mentioned that Coinbase would eventually have Ethereum Classic. Stay tuned. If you own Ethereum Classic, I guess, yeah. I'm usually saying, dudes, if you got all coins, turn into Bitcoin. That one, no, not so much. There are going to be some more pumps in the future with the Ethereum. I mean, they're all cyclical. They all pump around. But there's some logical reasons that Ethereum Classic has a pretty big upside. Well, they're logical based on illogical people wanting the cheapest coin on Coinbase, not understanding they can get a fraction of a Bitcoin or a fraction of an Ethereum. Oh, yeah, and then there'll be some people that'll just be like, I heard about this Ethereum thing. Ethereum Classic, that sounds classier. Maybe that's the real Ethereum. They'll get confused that way too. But again, you got to do your own research, people here, or watch the BitcoinMeister channel. I post a new show here every day. This Week in Bitcoin was great on Friday. Beyond Bitcoin show, great on Saturday. Check out all the links below. Pound that like button. Well, speaking and subscribe to the channel. And follow me on Twitter at TechBalt and Steam it, BitcoinMeister. Okay, so this at Coinbase, their blog has an announcement. The Coinbase Index Fund is now open for investments of $250,000 to $20 million. We've seen overwhelming interest from investors since we announced the fund earlier this year. At this stage, we have opened the fund to those who wish to invest $250,000 to $20 million. Coinbase Index Fund gives investors exposure to all assets listed on our exchange, weighted by market capitalization. As we announced yesterday, the fund will be rebalanced to include Ethereum Classic and more assets when they are listed by Coinbase in the future. So first of all, they're going to be more asset. They're going to be more coins. Who will be next after Ethereum Classic? Will there be a cheaper coin than Ethereum Classic on there? I don't think so. And who knows? And it's going to take them a while to list Ethereum Classic. But I mentioned, so who knows after Ethereum Classic how long it'll take for them to list the next one. But here you go, guys. The people want it. They obviously, if Coinbase is doing this, they know there are people out there with tons of money, $20 million, that are lazy and don't want to buy their own cryptocurrencies, want someone to mix it up, to create a portfolio for them. You could do this on your own. Now, at a large, for such a large purchase, I don't know if you're able to, at some regular exchanges, I think you're able to, well, 250,000. What's a Bitcoin now? Well, okay, no. Yeah. You could buy, there's a certain point in between 250,000 and 20 million where you're going to have a hard time buying that at certain exchanges if you just wanted it in Bitcoin. But most of that range, you can just do it regular. Anyway, the point is that, yeah, they know there's a lot of dudes out there that want to spend a lot of money. And the type of dudes that just don't want to do it on their own, that want it as simple as possible, that don't want to hold it either, they'll probably hold it for them. So to me, this is bullish. They're reaching out to those wealthier dudes who want to diversify into something beyond their traditional holdings and just don't want to learn any technology and don't want to know the difference between Ethereum Classic, Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Bcash. All right. Again, as I mentioned, listed below are tweets of photos taken earlier on tonight. Also, remember, I'm going to Puerto Rico on the 20th of this month. I'll be there till the 28th, then Baltimore, then Calgary, then what's it called, in Alberta, and then Edmonton. And I'll be in Edmonton for quite a while, then Los Angeles, then Boise, then Los Angeles, then maybe Philadelphia. Yeah, the links are below if you want to know the exact schedule. There's a guy, Alex Vetsvi. He's got a tweet. In the blockchain, not Bitcoin debate. This debate only comes from people who just don't understand. And he's replying to, Andreas had a great video about that I talked about beforehand. This guy says, blockchain is like the information superhighway. You sound cool saying it, but it means nothing. I like that. People used to say information superhighway. And yeah, didn't mean much. There was a lot, on the internet, there were a lot of specific awesome things. Bitcoin is the specific awesome thing on the blockchain. So, yeah, I think it's the end of the show. I'm Adam Meister, the Bitcoin. I mean, there's already, again, it's linked to below. You can see me talk for 90 minutes below. The question answer session was great. I'm Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Remember to subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video. Oh, I forgot one thing. Look at this. Look at this. Glad you stuck around. Here's another tweet from Dare Gigi. Bitcoin's energy consumption, a shift in perspective. This is a good article that you guys should read that completely beats into the ground all those energy fudsters, the people that scream, oh, Bitcoin is the energy monster, it's so evil. This is a good, smart article with a unique perspective. It takes it from a completely different angle. So it's linked to in that tweet below. Okay, I'm Adam Meister, Bitcoin Meister, Disrupt Meister. Remember to subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video. Check out all the links below, and the one that I just talked about. Pound that like button. See you in the chat.